The new moon on January the 2nd brings the key energy theme of that it brings a cosmic reset. That reset that we have been waiting for. And in this video, I want to share with you the 5 key things that I think you should know about this new moon on the 2nd, so you can really make the most out of this cosmic reset that we're being given now. So stay tuned. Hello beautiful soul, welcome back to another video, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So excited that you're here. In case you don't know me, my name is Keith Sanders. I'm a divine messenger and celestial healer, here to assist awakening souls on their spiritual awakening journey so they can really awaken to their power within and step into their power and create more success, abundance, and freedom in their life, all while living their life on purpose. Now if that's you, and if you haven't done so already, I do want to extend the invitation. Please be sure to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I release new content. So this new moon on the 2nd, on January the 2nd, is really bringing that cosmic reset, which is truly amazing, because if you have been feeling somewhat of on pause and just waiting to kind of get that inner push, like, yes, I want to move forward, now is really that time. So I want to share with you those 5 key things so you really know exactly what is going on, so you can tune into that energy and really make the most out of this reset so you can really move forward. Because as we're really moving into this new year and, you know, starting the new year, there is just a complete different energy theme to the year, and that's where we're really being given that energy, that cosmic and energetic reset right now, you know, leading up to the new moon, especially on and around the new moon, to really assist you with, you know, that reset. So let me just share those 5 key things with you so you really know what's going on. So the first one is that there are now new energy waves are coming in to assist us with this cosmic reset. So basically, this energy that is coming in now to give us that reset it's helping us really to release any remainder of 2021. So anything that you're still carrying within you that is still lingering around, this reset is giving you that opportunity to really let that go, to really release any remainder of 2021, because 2022 is a completely different energy period than 2021 was. So with this cosmic reset, it's helping you just clean house before, it's like a spring cleaning, so to speak, to help you really move into this new energy theme of the new year. So that's the first thing, that we're really being given those new energy waves to really cleanse and clear what is ready to be released now moving forward. Then the second thing here is that you're also now feeling more of an anchoring of your essence, like who you are. And what I mean with that is that you're feeling more grounded in who you are. You're feeling more anchored into your being, like that, the essence of who you are. You may also feel a little more steadfast in who you are, because that's really important to move forward, that we're really, you know, steadfast in who we are, that we're feeling more grounded in who we are. Because 2021, it really gave us so many life lessons that taught us so much. And also, you may have also experienced somewhat of an inner awakening as well, where you discovered aspects about yourself that you didn't even know about, or that you had more insights into your life, who you are, what you're here to do, and those type of things. So now with this reset, it also brings that cosmic reset also brings that anchoring into your essence. So really helping you feel grounded in who you are, grounded in the here and now as well, because that's really what is important. We need to be grounded in who we are, which then also brings that inner sense of stability as well, where maybe before you felt kind of a little wobbly. Especially, there were certain times in 2021 that you may have felt a little wobbly, a little unsteady, especially towards the end of the year, like right after the eclipse, or, you know, even during the eclipse, you may have felt quite wobbly. And now moving forward, you're feeling that inner sense of really knowing who you are, really feeling secure in who you are. If maybe before you had doubt about, you know, your path of who you are or whatnot, that now also solidifies now that you're really feeling more grounded. You're feeling more that stability, that inner security as well. Because in order to move forward, we have to really step into our power. We have to really embrace all of who we are. And that's really what we're being assisted with right now, to really anchor in our essence. And then the third piece here is that there's also now an inner awakening to your newfound senses that's really happening right now. So because up until this point, I mean, there was so much releasing happening, and even now there's still so much releasing happening that we have really been assisted on a cosmic level, on a collective level, that was assisting us to really heal and release and let go of all of those things. Just think back to eclipse season, the recent eclipse in December. There was a lot of healing going on, a lot of releasing, and that all happened for a reason. And now with all that release that had happened, now you're discovering more of, what are you here to do? So you're having those new insights that are now forthcoming as well, where you're realizing certain things that maybe you weren't aware of before. Maybe you're getting more ideas. So it's really that inner awakening now really kickstarting those insights that are really important for you to move forward. Because there is a plan in place, right? There's a plan for you. There's a plan for me. There's a plan for every single person on this planet. There is a plan, and that plan is now unfolding. So with all that has been happening up until this point, now you're really awakening to those newfound senses. So maybe you have discovered some more of your gifts. Maybe your gifts have even developed quite quickly. So now you're really getting those insights to really help you move forward as well. And then the fourth piece here, and I think that's like the most exciting one, is that now you also have the inner sense to finally go, that it's time to go. Now, if you have been felt somewhat on pause as of lately, maybe you want to take action, but it didn't feel like it was the right time. Maybe you felt like you were taking a step, but it was just so slow, or you felt maybe even you were just going in circles. Well, now the time has come where it's time for you to go. Whether it's you take steps, you take leaps, whatever it is, but you now have it in a sense that yes, now the time has come to finally go, to finally move forward. Because now in December, especially the last few weeks here, it was all to prepare us for what's to come, like preparing us for this new energy period of 2022. And actually my next video that I'm going to release is about giving you some insights into the key theme of 2022, the key energy themes and the things that you need to know. So be sure to also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I release that video. Because in that video I really share with you about what you need to know about 2022. But basically, all that happened towards the end of December there was still that inner preparation going on. And I talked about it in a previous video, that inner preparation for what's to come in 2022. And at that time, you may have felt really held back because you weren't supposed to take action at that time yet. Maybe you did have some days where you really felt like very motivated and really took a lot of action, but then you also felt held back again and a little slowed down because there was still a lot happening underneath the surface that needed to happen, that we were being assisted on a collective level to assist us moving forward. But now, with that cosmic reset, it's like also that go button is being pushed. It's time for you to go. And also act upon all the guidance, the insights that you had received. I'm pretty sure you have gotten some insights and downloads and ideas of what you want to do. But at that time when you got it, maybe you didn't feel ready to actually act upon it. Well, now the time has come to start acting on them. So you're really getting that go signal, like it's time to go. These ideas, those insights that you gained, they're now ready to be implemented. Now here what you can do is look over your notes that maybe you have journaled or just written some ideas down or whatnot. Now is the perfect time to really get clear on all of the things that you had, gotten insights before, that the ideas that you had that you wanted to act on but just didn't feel right. Now is really the time for you to kind of look over these things and decide, what do you want to start with? What does your soul feel called to act upon now moving forward? Whether it's you just really taking those big leaps and, just starting something completely new or starting something differently or, just changing something, whatever it is. But now is really the great time for you to really tune in, especially tune into this energy of the new moon and gain some insights and clarity. What does your soul feel called to do? Because you can have all these different ideas, but not every one of those ideas are right now or are actually what you want to do. So maybe you have gotten ideas before that felt really great at that time, but with all that healing and releasing and everything that has happened, you may actually have outgrown those ideas. Or maybe just the way you thought about it before maybe now has evolved because you have evolved, right? So now is really a great time to really look over those notes to then decide, okay, what do you want to do moving forward? What is that one thing, or maybe multiple things, that your soul is calling you to do or to step into or to implement or whatever it is. So, but now you're being given that go signal, like it's time. It's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to leap. Which brings me into the fifth and final piece here is that now doors are also opening in assistance to your newfound strength and tenacity and motivation and inspiration, all of that. So new doors are now opening. All the ideas you had, all the insights you have gotten, the ones that are really in absolute alignment with your soul and with what you're meant to do and what you feel really called to do, those doors are now opening to really help you implement that, to really act upon those ideas that you had, because now is really the time. Now is the time for you to finally act upon those insights that you have gained. So think of it like that. And doors will open for you to really assist you with that. All the things that you want to do up until this point, but you didn't feel called to do or you didn't feel inspired to do. Like I said, now is the time and you're being assisted with it. Whatever it is that you need to help you make that happen, allow that to unfold, will come forth when the time is right, when you're ready to receive it. But now is really the time. Think of it like that. Now you're at the beginning of the rest of your life. I mean, how cool is that? And this may open up a whole new chapter for you, or for many, this may even be a completely new story where you take basically a complete 360. Maybe in 2021, you really realize that the way you have been going about life, the things that you have been doing simply don't feel right anymore. And it could possibly mean that now moving forward in 2022 and then moving forward, that your life turns out to be a completely new story. Not just a new chapter, but a completely new story where you just really make complete overhaul of your life, if that's what you feel called to do. And for others, it may just be a more evolved type of chapter where you continue doing what you have been doing, but more on an elevated point of view here, an elevated way of showing up, maybe doing things differently. I know for me, I have big plans for 2022. And so I'm still doing what I have been doing, but now it's just an elevated way of showing up, an elevated way of the things that I'm doing, a more expanded way of doing the things I have been doing. I have so many different ideas of the things I want to create, the things I want to do, how much I want to grow my business and everything. So this may be something for you too. Maybe it's just an involvement of what you have been doing. But whatever it is, now the doors are really opening. Now is really a time for you to really go with this cosmic reset. You're being assisted on so many levels to really move forward. I mean, after a year like we had these last 2 years, I think it's time, right? It's time for us to finally move forward and create the life that we're truly desired, that we desire and also most of all deserve. So here, like I said, I do want to invite you. I already mentioned something about the action step, about really tuning in, but really give yourself the time to tune in and just contemplate. But then not just contemplate about what you want to do moving forward. I hope you already did some of what I planned, before the year's over now, because when you do your plan towards the end of December, you can start the new year knowing exactly what you want to do. But now you may even review those plans, or even start writing your plans if you haven't done that yet, your intentions, and review them. Are they still in alignment? Because like I said, you have grown, you have evolved. So whatever you have written before, that's why I like to review my goals and my intentions multiple times, often, like at least once or twice a month, to check in with myself. Okay, are they still in alignment with me? If not, well, heck, then I'm going to change them, right? Because nothing that you decide, none of your intentions, they're set in stone. Because you grow, you evolve, you change. So your goals, your desires, they change too. So review them. Take that time right now, leading up to the new moon, and especially around the new moon, to really review all of those intentions that you have set. And like I said, if you haven't set any, set some. Set the ones that really feel, that come from the heart, from your soul. really tune in and connect with soul and allow yourself from that place to write your intentions of what you want to create, what you want to experience, and what you want to call forth in 2022. And then from there, really tune in. Okay, which one do I feel called to act upon now? Whatever guidance you get, that's the one. That's the right one. Now, you may not get an actual word, but maybe you're feeling like very excited from within. You may be getting goosebumps or whatnot. That's your soul speaking to you like, yes, that's it, right? And then I want to invite you, and this is really the most important thing, is you want to act up on the guidance that you received. Now is the time for you to go. Remember, the fourth piece here is now is the time for you to go. So go, take those leaps, take those steps, do what you feel called to do to really move forward, because your time has come. Because remember, you're now at the beginning of the rest of your life. So make the most of it. And also, if you want to have some help as far as like, really creating the life that you want, I have a video that I recently released about designing your dream life for 2022 to really help you get some clarity. And if you want to go a little deeper with that, I also want to invite you to check out my program. It's a small 5-day program, Awaken to Your Inner Badass Self, where I take you through, really deciding what is it that you want, overcoming or uncovering those blocks, those limiters, and also breaking through them so you can really go after what it is that you want. I put the links in the description below. Those two things, like the video and also my online program, the small mini program, can really help you make the most out of this time that we're in right now, to really make sure that at the end of 2022 you can look back and say, oh my God, I cannot believe all the amazing things I experienced in this year. So like I said, if that feels called to you, I'll put the link in the description below. Check it out, and I would love for you to join me in this 5-day program, the Awaken to Your Inner Badass Self. I think you're gonna love it. So there you go, you have it, the 5 key things that you should know about the new moon on January the 2nd. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button, maybe even leave a comment below and let me know, how do you feel about this new beginning now? Are you ready to start a new chapter or maybe a completely new story in your life? Leave a comment below, I would love to know. But I just want to say thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to supporting you moving forward in 2022 and hopefully beyond that as well. Be sure to check out this next video here, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Until then, make an amazingly abundant, successful day. Namaste.